Hi guys, and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. Today's Fish Fan Friday is a special one because it is Friday the 13th. I couldn't come up with anything super interesting because I am planning on packing and moving very soon, so it's a little chaotic, so I thought it would be pretty interesting to film my fish eat. We're going to focus on the shell dwellers and my male bettas. So let's start off with my first half moon. He is my oldest male. His name is Demon Betta, and I forgot how old he is, but he's pretty old, and he gets grumpy. He was mad that I was taking too long, so he swam away, but then he came back. And what I am feeding is frozen bloodworms that I have thawed out. They're my Betta's favorite food, and I try to feed them frozen bloodworms at least 2 to 3 times a week, and each Betta gets about 2 to 3 bloodworms. Now, this guy is pretty nuts. He completely jumped out, hung onto the worm as I was holding onto it with the tongs, and kind of ripped it off. Here it is in slow motion. This guy is a fierce fish that totally loves his bloodworms. Unfortunately, my camera didn't really focus until right now, and it is a little dark, and he has been darkening up. His body is becoming more black, but he is a really awesome male, and I hope to breed him once I move and set up at my new apartment. Here he missed the worm, but he'll find it later. Yeah, he'll swim down and go get it. He's very good at making sure he gets all the food, and here I'm going to offer him another one. Oh, he missed that one. Missed again. Oh, there we go, he got it. So this guy really loves his bloodworms, and he really enjoys eating them. It kind of simulates hunting for food as they would in the wild, so it's kind of a little exercise and some mental stimulation to kind of make them work for their food. I decided to give him one more small piece because, as you can see, he's still super hungry, and afterwards he's going to be looking around and begging for more food. When deciding how much you feed your betta fish, keep a couple things in mind. One is your betta's age. Younger bettas should be fed more, older bettas should be fed less as their metabolism slows down. Also, another thing you can think about is how much activity your betta has, as well as their water temperature. If your water temperature is 78 or higher, feed more. If it's 78 or lower, feed a little less. So here is Arnold. He doesn't really jump for food, so I prefer to just drop food into the tank for him. There you go. I'm waiting. See, he won't. I'll wiggle the worm, and he'll kind of look at it, but he won't really want to go for it until it passes right next to his face. Now, he is one of the koi marbles that I have bred and raised myself. I am planning on breeding him as well. One thing that really kind of is discouraging is he is showing a lot of blue iridescent. So he is a galaxy koi, which I kind of don't really want in my koi line, but I'm hoping to breed the blue out down the line. He does have a really nice body though. This is my red plaquette male, who is really mad because he's been watching me feed everyone else and I haven't fed him yet, so he gets frustrated, and he loves to eat. As you can see, he really readily goes for his bloodworms. I have been considering naming him Raspberry because I already have the blue one named Blueberry, so one could be Raspberry and the one could be Blueberry. Not very creative, but that's kind of what's been popping in my mind. Maybe there should be a cooler name. Maybe I could name him Crimson. But he is definitely my backup in regards to breeding. He is a koi, even though he is fully red. He used to be white and red, and the reason why I'm keeping him as a backup is because he's actually holding a red color and not turning black. A lot of koi tend to turn black over time sometimes. Speaking of changing colors, this is Blueberry. He was originally my cellophane. I thought he was a Dalmatian. He used to be predominantly all white and transparent, but now he has turned predominantly blue. He only has just a little bit of white on his face. He is my pet betta, so I don't really plan on breeding him at all. He's just a pet. He did used to nip his fins previously, so they are kind of scraggly, but since then he hasn't done it anymore. He kind of stopped, and they've been growing back pretty well, so hopefully he will do well over time as he ages. But he's a good pet fish. He's a very cute guy, and it's definitely interesting to observe how marbles change their colors over time. So here is Samurai. He is a plaquette marble betta, the Koi Galaxy to be more specific. He is the father of Arnold, actually. And he used to be white and red. His picture is actually on the banner of my YouTube channel. He has already started to marble and change colors into a dark reddish bluish hue. For the most part, I like to drop food for him because he prefers to chase his food as it falls down, and then when he's done eating, he goes back to making bubble nests. He's kind of obsessed with making bubble nests, so that's kind of what he likes to do for his entire day. When he's not eating, it's bubble nests, eating bubble nests, eating bubble nests. That is the life of Samurai, my lovely male. So those are all of my male bettas. Now we are moving on to my shell dweller cichlids. I have 6 of them, 5 adults, 1 young juvenile, and I actually have a pair that has some babies hiding in the shells, and they're too tiny to film, but hopefully I'll be able to film them as they get a little bigger. So I thought, since in this video their feeding consists of me just dropping food, some flakes at the top, and they eat, I thought it would be cool to just kind of speed up the footage and let you see them have their little lunch.